and welcome to Where Are We? I am your host, Kerryn, and with me is Kelly. And so we're going to tell you about summer reading.
My name is Kelly Helene, and I am the supervisor of the Brunswick Library Children's Department, the most magical, perfect, fun department in the universe. Summer reading is the best time of the year. We have, we're only about 2 weeks in, and we already have over 1,500 kids in Brunswick that have signed up. Kids get prizes for reading, which is really important over the summer because we want them to stay reading over the summer because we know they read all school year, which is great. But we don't want them to slide back. We want them to keep up with those skills. We want them to continue to read about different experiences and different vocabulary. And the summer is the best time to do it because you can sit outside, enjoy the weather, get a book, come in here. We'll give you all kinds of recommendations for books. And we have so much fun. It's perfect. So summer reading goes through mid-August. So we do it pretty much up until the school year begins. And they can come in the beginning of August and pick up their game board. The thing is, if they've already been reading the summer, that's fine. They can mark off those days. They can backtrack. Some kids are really busy in the beginning of summer and they don't have a chance to make it in, and that's totally fine. If they've been reading, we can go ahead and mark off those days that they've already been reading. We can give them their prizes. We will be giving out game boards till probably the beginning of the school year because kids, they get in here when they can. And they always read for the school. The school really likes to have the game boards turned in at the beginning of the year, and they get a special prize, and their teachers get to see what they were reading all summer. So they can come in after July, beginning of August to pick up their game boards. It's okay. We'll still have prizes. So this is an example of the game board. So every day that they read, they mark off a little spot on here, and they get their prizes after 15 days and 30 days of reading. So the key here is this is not number of books, this is days of reading. And the reason we do that is because every kid is different. Some can get through a book in a day, some it takes a couple of days, a couple of weeks. So we never want to do it by books because it's just not really fair. So we want days of reading. We want them to be reading for 20 minutes a day. And that can include comics, that can include graphic novels, that could be audiobooks. We just want them reading. So they get prizes. So the 15-day prize is like a little toy, which I have some examples here. This is the year of the axolotl. So we have a lot of axolotl squishies. And then we've got cute little stuffies, especially for the little ones, because babies can play this game, because if they're being read to, which is amazing, that's what we want, they can also get little prizes too. We've got little Lego blocks. We've got fidget toys and spinners, so lots of different options for all the ages. And the summer reading game is for basically birth to grade 5 for the kids game. So we always have options for all of them. And then their 30-day prize, which I don't have with me, but it's a brand new book. We buy so many books, and we are so lucky that the Friends of the Library donates money so we're able to purchase brand new books for the kids, especially the graphic novels. Dogman will fly off the shelf.
I think it really helps a lot of the kids to see other kids reading, getting prizes. I mean, who doesn't love prizes? And just having a place like this for kids to come and congregate.
We get to encourage reading. We really want kids to read what they want over the summer so that they can find the love of reading and find what they love to read. We are so happy to do what we call Reader's Advisory here, which is when you come up to the desk and you say, I don't know what to read, and we help you find something, because we believe that there's a book out there for everybody, you just haven't found it yet. So we would love to see you this summer at the Brunswick Library or any of our MCDL locations.
Yeah, I am so excited to share with you all some of our favorite library kids who come in. They're going to talk about why they love the library, why they like summer reading, and then they're going to share some of their favorite books. And it really reminds me of reading Rainbow from when I was a kid. And I think it's so fun to be able to hear kids talk about why they like books, because as adults we think we know why, but they might have a different reason why. And it's so fun to hear them articulate that.
So what I know about it is that it's a really fun game that I like to play. So you read a book we read a book every night, and we have these crayons and we color them, and on the back we write what books we read on those days.
Have you done it before?
Yes. I have done it before. And I basically do it like every time.
So I guess what's your favorite thing about the summer reading program?
So what I like about it is that they always come in like different themes. Like last year it was like an ocean theme, like a fish. And like this year it's like painting. So that's what I really like about it, because like each year it's a different theme.
Great. Tell me about this book. Have you read it? Are you reading it? Are you going to read it?
So I'm still reading it, and what I really like about Escape from Mr. Michelle's Library, it's like that Kyle and his team, Kimmy and Sierra, they're always being good to each other, and they're trying to get out of the library and win a good prize. And these other boys, they're kind of cheating to get out. And if you use, and it was one of the rules in the book that Mr. Michelle said, if you use the emergency exits, you're automatically eliminated. So, bad for whoever used the emergency exit. So that's what I really like about this book. If you haven't participated in summer reading, I would recommend you give it a try and you read 20 minutes, and it'll help you be a really good reader. Like, you'll be better at it, and you might even be one of the best in your class for the grade you're going into.
So the book I have is the graphic novel of I Survived. It's all about, like, based on real history, and then they just put in different characters, and then it's like a comic. And it's one of my favorite series to read, because you just read all of the captions, and then it's just like really fast to read, so you can just like get another book really easier.
Yeah. Have you learned anything from those books?
I've learned like to care about people, because these are usually like dangerous history moments. And then you have to, like, when you really care about somebody, you have to like prove it with your heart, and then you have to like understand what the book means.
Can you tell me what you like about summer reading?
The summer reading thing is really cool because, in my opinion, the summer reading game makes you like want to read books more, so you can like get prizes, and then once at the end, like, you get another book that you read, even though you've already read like 30 books, you get another book at the end, which is really cool, and then you get a prize at 15. So I feel like that's really cool that they award you when you read a bunch of books, but that's what the library does. They want you to read books.
Do you have any advice for maybe some people who don't really like to read?
If you don't like to read like a specific kind of book, then at least ask one of the librarians, like, what is like a book that third graders or fourth graders should read, and then there'll be like, oh, we have graphic novels and then some chapter books that you could read. And then that's how you'll find like out that you really like reading books, because that's how I found out. I just asked the librarian, and I'm like, I love these books, because I asked the librarian, what could these third graders read? And then they said graphic novels, and I'm like, I love graphic novels now because it's so fast to read, because I do read fast.
This is my third time doing summer reading. It's fun to do, and it helps you learn how to read.
Is there anything you want to tell me about the books you chose?
I like Babysitter's Club because they babysit and some people get lost and then they get found.
What about you? What book you're choosing?
You can say that you
Soccer book.
You can say because you like soccer.
I played soccer, and I was on my best friend's team.
Okay, tell me what you know about summer reading.
it's like super cool, and it's like you read books and it's really inspiring. And you do a lot of things, and it just helps you to get a better reader.
Yeah. Since you've done it, have you done it a few years now?
Kinda, not really, but yeah.
Do you think you're a better reader now than when you started?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you like specifically about summer reading?
I like how it's like you read books and it's like how you make, and it makes you calm and you know how to read more words.
Yeah. Is there anything you'd say to people who haven't done or tried summer reading yet?
I say you could do it, like do it for like how much you want, but not too short.
Got it. Have you found any good books since you did summer reading so far?
Yeah.
Tell me about the books that you like.
Like I found this book before we went on vacation to New York, and it was super cool, and it was also a traveling thing to go to New York also. So basically, yeah.
Tell me about your book. Is that what you're reading for summer reading so far?
Yes, this is called Moana, the graphic novel. Whatever it is, the graphic. But I've been reading it, and it's about like the darkness when Maui steals Tafiti's heart, and then darkness starts to spread, and Moana tries and tries and tries to get across the ocean to find him. And then it's just like so good because once she finds him, Maui takes her boat, and then she finally gets on the boat. They find his hook, and then they try to save the world from the darkness and finally restore Tafiti's heart. But something that they did not know but found out at the end was that Tafiti was actually Taka, the lava monster. Taka is a lava monster, and he wants the heart. But little do they know is that Taka is actually Tafiti, the Mother Island. And then it just ends in like a happy ending, and it's so good.
How do you find books that you're interested in? Do you find ones yourself? Do people at the library help you?
Well, I just usually sometimes go on the computer. I usually go on the computer and then search it up. And then it tells me exactly where it is, and that's how I found this.
So you searched this book up, you wanted to read it specifically?
Yeah.
So tell me what you know about summer reading.
Well, what I know about summer reading is that every day when you read is that you can pick any book to read for that day. And then at 15 and 30, you get prizes. So that's my favorite part about summer reading.
Yeah. Do you think you've gotten more into reading?
Maybe a little, but I'm not that much of a reader. I'm like, it's okay for me.
Yeah. Do you have any advice for other people who might not be much of a reader but haven't done summer reading yet?
Well, if you haven't done summer reading yet, just gonna let you know it's super fun because at 15 and 30 you get prizes. Those are the days you get prizes. So make sure you start reading before you get into summer reading. Become a reader.
Good. Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say, if anybody is watching this, that's my subscriber. Remember, Lillian, but I changed it to Lana Girl. If you've seen that craft video, just comment down below what I should change my name to. But if anybody's watching this, hi.
Go to the Brunswick Library and read.
Okay, so you're asking about the favorite books of kids right now. I can tell you for a fact, this is what is flying off the shelf at Brunswick Library Children's. We can barely keep, we have hundreds of these books. Yes, Diary of a Wimpy Kid is still super popular. These ones are great for the elementary students who like to have a little fun while they're reading. If they're reading Diary of a Wimpy Kid, they probably also really like Dog Man, also still extremely popular. And if they like those, then they're gonna like Investigators, which is another really fun series. So this is years now that Diary of a Wimpy Kid and Dog Man have been like top circulating books, and they continue, and that's okay because that gets kids excited about reading. So please just keep getting them. Elephant and Piggy is good for your kindergarten, first grade, second grade readers. They find these books really fun and silly. And if they're just kind of getting into reading chapter books, Scholastic has a bunch of series called the Branches series. So some of the examples are Owl Diaries, Unicorn Diaries. Press Start is another one. It's a video game series. These are really nice because they're just kind of, they still got color pictures in them, but they are technically chapter books. So they have chapters. The kids have a lot of fun with these. These are favorites of Brunswick students. And then of course, Raina Telgemeier. The girls, the boys, everyone in elementary school loves Raina Telgemeier. We had her here last year. It was incredible. What a wonderful author. So these are graphic novels. And a lot of books that were chapter books, like when I was a kid, are being turned into graphic novels. So they're appealing to the kids today too. So they can do the chapter and the graphic. I always like to share the I Survived books because these are kids who have to survive a historical event, and I'm a history major. I have a history degree, so I love books that put you back in a different time period and you get to learn facts about that time. It makes it accessible to kids. The kids also go crazy for the Who Would Wins. So who would win, a whale or a giant squid? And there's all kinds of facts. This is a nonfiction book, so there's lots of facts in here about the animals. This is another great series. And we have all of these books on display in Brunswick Library right now with books that are similar. So if you've read all the Dog Man, there's going to be other series over there that are similar to Dog Man. So we can always give you a recommendation for a book, even if you flew through all of them already. And for the summer, we keep these displays up because the kids just keep coming in, which is what we want. And we want them to check out what they're allowed to. They can check out up to 50 books. I love if they check out that many, but that's a lot. But it's so fun to watch what they pick. Oh, I feel so lucky to work here at this library. This is my community too. I live in Brunswick. My girls go to school in Brunswick, and it's such a great place to raise a family. And the schools are so supportive and wonderful here, especially with reading and the science of reading, which they've been implementing the last 2 years, making sure that every kid is ready for that third grade reading guarantee, and that is ready to dive into more novels and to really continue their love of reading through middle school and high school and when they're adults like us.
I am the children's librarian here at the Brunswick Library. Kelly's my direct supervisor. Every summer for the last few years, we have done Hatch the Chicken, where a local farmer comes and brings us an incubator and 7 eggs, and we incubate them for 21 days. And the kids get to watch them hatch. So it's really cool. We try to do a live stream of it, and it's really fascinating to watch them come out of the eggs and hatch and see what kinds we get and what they look like. And then we keep them for 2 weeks, and we get to watch them develop so much. You wouldn't believe how much chicks develop in 2 weeks. And then sometimes they get adopted by local families who have farms or chickens already or want to start. Otherwise, they go back to the Hatch the Chicken farmer. So it's very fun. For me personally, it's the added interactions we get with the kids in our community about chickens and farms and how things hatch and how things grow, and getting to just talk to them about, learning more about their lives and have they done this before in school? Do they have chickens at home? It's really, really fun. It always leads to fun and unique conversations, and just seeing their faces, erupt in delight when the chicks hatch and they get to see them running around or being silly and trying to fly. It's just like a very rewarding experience in that way with the kids.
Any thoughts on the little chicks that have hatched?
Oh, they're very cute, and I just think they're super cute and that they are wet still.
So last year it was kind of really fun for me, Charlotte, and my friend Lily that also knows Charlotte. And so we got to, when Miss Kelly got these eggs and we went into a super dark room, she had the flashlight and we could see the chickens to see if it was just a fake, to see if it was an Easter egg or if it was a real chicken in the egg.
Thanks for tuning in. As one quick extra special challenge, we're gonna have her choose me a book to read. So I read a lot as a kid, but I haven't been reading a ton now. I tend to really like sci-fi more so than fantasy, but some books since I've started reading again that I really liked was The Midnight Library. I really liked The Picture of Dorian Gray, and then I read kind of a hefty series called Annihilation, and that's what I'm kind of into right now. But I think seeing all the kids talk about reading, I kind of want to also start reading for the summer.
Yes. So when we have adults or kids who come into the library and they start to share with us that what they want to read, so we ask those kinds of questions. What have you read recently that you've liked? Do you like books that are funny? Do you like books that have romance in them, or fantasy or and fantasy and sci-fi could mean lots of different things. Do you like long books? Do you like to listen to books? So we ask a lot of questions to kind of get to know you and what you're looking for. And then honestly, what I do, I'm mostly working with kids' books, but even with adults, we'll just get up and we'll start walking around and we'll just start pulling things, because it's good to have a variety of options. I may or may not know the right book off the top of my head. And the great thing about librarians is sometimes they do, but we know where to find them. So even if we don't, we will take you to somewhere where those great books are gonna be. So that's what I would do with you. We'd walk around, I'd probably go over to our new books, start pulling a couple things, and then I would suggest taking home a few different books, because you might start to never read a book just because you feel like you have to finish it. Nobody has time for that. So always have a variety of books. So if you're not into it, if you're like the first 3 chapters in, you're not feeling it, there's millions of books out there, and we have millions of books here. So please read what you like.
And someone doesn't have to be scared to ask for help.
No, that's the most fun part about our job, especially in the kids department. When a kid comes up to you and you can tell they're nervous about talking to you, and you kind of get on their level and just get to know them first. Like, do they like video games? Okay, cool. We've got a Trapped in a Video Game series. Let's go look at that. Let's see if that's good. Or do you just want to read books about Minecraft? Totally fine. We've got a million books on Minecraft. And it's really the same for adults. So you just come up and ask us, because we love to share books. That's why we're librarians.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to go walk around and look for some books?
We can.
Kerryn asked about some books that she might be interested in, because she wants to get back into reading. And I thought, well, I'm a children's librarian, so I'm going to actually bring her over to the adult and teen department side, and we can talk to one of the gals over here who will be chock full of recommendations, hopefully, and love these kinds of requests. So I actually have Natalie over here, and she's our adult librarian. And I already kind of give her a heads up about what Kerryn was interested in, and she lit up. So let's see what she has for us.
So I do have a couple displays that I can take you right to, which is great, because we do try to work in genre displays. So when someone comes in saying that they want dystopian fiction, we can start an adult. I've got some Handmaid's Tale read-alikes over here. We've also got some YA dystopian. I know you said you prefer adult dystopian, but YA dystopian is also really great. So there could be some good options for you as far as like what adults would enjoy. And I will say, as far as sci-fi and the fact that you liked The Picture of Dorian Gray, I'd probably recommend Ray Bradbury. So he's another like classic kind of sci-fi author, but that sci-fi is like pretty easy to digest and get into. It's very accessible, not a super crazy amount of world building. So a couple good ones by him are Fahrenheit 451 and The Martian Chronicles. So I can see if we've got those ones here. And then
I actually read Fahrenheit 451.
Oh, perfect.
And the Martian Chronicles, I have not read.
They're amazing. Okay.
Loved it.
Nice. Yeah, that's promising. Yeah, awesome. Okay, so we'll see if, should we walk around and I show you some of those displays? Okay,
Or
perfect.
I guess
I'm going to do a little elevator pitch here because we do have personalized book recommendation forms that I launched a couple months ago. If they can take it home, they can think it through, write down some movies, TV shows they enjoy, ones they don't enjoy, what genres. I will go through and I usually take about an hour or two, like researching books for patrons. So if they don't know what to read, that would be a good place to start because it's very personalized and I can make sure everything is gonna, line up with what their interests are and all that good stuff. So I just put this up this morning. This display is what to read based on your current favorite TV show or movie. So I've got a lot of the pop culture hits right now, things like The Last of Us, Survivor, The Bachelor, Bachelorette,
Yellow Jacket,
Handmaid's Tale, Yellow Jacket, Sinners. So a lot of things that people are excited about right now and that they're watching. And this could be a good entryway into genres that people might be inclined to enjoy. And as far as sci-fi goes, we've got some recommendations here if you are into Andor, if you like Star Wars, the kind of gritty like space operas. Those are going to be kind of heavy sci-fi. So, but that's some options down there. And then over here, so this is where you could find some great dystopian reads because I've got read-alikes for The Handmaid's Tale. So we've got things like Octavia Butler, Parable of the Sower, Future Home of the Living God. Also The Power by Naomi Alderman. Our teen librarian Mel even said that would be a great pick if you're an adult who loves dystopian. It'd be a good place to start. And we've also got dystopian picks down in the teen section. So if you like, I can walk you down there and we could take a look at those too if you're interested. And then over here, so we've got a great dystopian fiction shelf. So like I said, even though this is YA, I wouldn't discredit it because YA can still be really great for adults. One of the main ones people are into is Divergent by Veronica Roth. If you liked The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, very kind of similar thing. And speaking of The Hunger Games, that's also a great book to check out if you're interested in dystopian. We've got some other ones here. Neil Shusterman is another one that adults tend to like as well. I know he's got a really good series called Scythe. So there's some options here that our teen librarian laid out really nicely. And then there's even more over here. These are obviously middle grade, so they're not going to be quite right for you. But that's sort of how we do some reader's advisory over in the teen section by splitting it up by genre. Yeah, I would just say like, if you aren't sure like where to start or where to come in, if you're looking for reader's advisory, just come talk to us. Like we're so excited when someone says they want to get back into reading. It's like one of my favorite things to hear because there's so many good entryways back into like the literary world. So just come talk to us and we would love to get you set up with something you would like.
This is the book that I ended up choosing out of the options that she gave me. And so I'm definitely excited to try this out and start reading again for the summer. So thank you for tuning in for Where Are We? I will see you next month.